race earlier this season. Gustin, winner of the last two. Chad Simpson, no trips to victory lane yet this year with the series, but he is leading the point standings, and Jason Cronin, a new Club 29 race car. The caution light goes off. Tony Jackson Jr. and Phillips lead us to the green flag. Here we go with a 40-lap Lucas Cattle Company main event. They'll race down into turn number one. Phillips, Jackson go side by side. Payne and Gustin second and third. Still the 56 of the 75 here, the opening lap tonight. Jackson a rock and roll. Phillips up to the top side. Too close to call. Phillips leads lap number one. Jackson still back to the inside. This track lightning quick. Phillips, Jackson, Payne, Gustin and Simpson, your front five cars. Off four, Phillips continuing to lead the field. The roll back down to 1 and 2. Your last 2 years worth of winners set spots 1 and 2 here from the Thunderhill Speedway. Payne runs all by himself in third, Gustin fourth, Simpson fifth. Pete now opens up about a 5 or 6 car length lead over the 56. About equal distance there between your front 5 race cars. Chad Simpson closing somewhat on the 19, that time by all 4. Cars roll single file around the Thunderhill Speedway. We'll talk to your top finisher tonight in race 3 of victory lane. Scott Lewis goes around at turn 4. Lewis around at 4. The caution is out. Scott Lewis leading the 2014 Rookie of the Year standings for the series out of Henderson, Colorado. He'll draw the first yellow of the night.
This is a 40-lap A feature, folks. Don't mean to talk on top of Trent, but this is a 40-lap A feature.
The caution light goes down. Phillips back on the gas. Here we go. Jeremy Payne right there. Payne gets a good restart. He'll roll the 56 of Jackson. Down to 1 and 2. Phillips, Payne, Jackson, Dickus. Jackson up out of the groove. Jackson will lose a spot. Now 2, now 3. Jackson will lose 3 spots in that exit at turn number 2. Payne all over Phillips. We've got ourselves a race up front. Payne with a great restart. Travis Dickus comes along. Jason Crone, Chad Simpson, and Ryan Gustin. Jackson dropping back. Payne with a power move on that restart. Jackson trying desperately to get around, get to the bottom. Jackson needs to get down. Eckrich and Austin Siebert right there. Chad Simpson tried a little different approach that time to the back of Ryan Gustin. Had to make an evasive move. Just down to the back of the 19R. Eckrich now to the inside. He'll be roll around the 56. Phillips, Payne, Dickus, Crone, Gustin, the top 5. Chad Simpson runs at 6. Dave Eckrich 7th. Austin Siebert 8th. Yellow is out. Caution is out for the 29 of Bill Kearns in 2. What a bold move by Jeremy Payne in the GRT house car on that restart. Tough brow restarts with a little more on the line as we get closer to that checkered flag. Phillips, Payne, and Dickus, the top 3, back underway. Strong restart right there for the 75. He'll bring Payne along in tow. Jason Crone there. Travis Dickus up out of the groove. He'll lose 2 spots on that restart. Jason Crone now in the 7K up to 3rd. Gustin runs 4th. Dickus 5th. Eckrich and Simpson run for 6th involved. The 58 and the 56, excuse me, the 58 of Eckrich, the 56 of Jackson. For the third yellow flag, this time over in 1 and 2. Go back to racing. Phillips once again will get us started over in the middle of 3 and 4. That's the 75, the 186, and 19. Gustin trouble that time. He'll lose 4 spots. Gustin. All sorts of trouble on that restart. It seems like one car has trouble every time we throw the green flag here tonight. Up out of the groove. The Reaper back to the bottom of the racetrack. Phillips, Payne, Crone, Simpson, and Dickish are top 5 runners. Gustin now back around the 6 of Dickish. Dickish and that Al Humphrey racing, all too familiar orange race car. Great to see he and Lori Humphrey jumping in over the winner. Shannon Scott, Austin Siebert make a little contact right there, all 4. Back in the pack a little ways. Up front, no change at the top. This one's been all Terry Phillips so far. Tire management will come into play. We'll see who has anything left for the end. We've got some battling for position going on back in the pack. Shannon Scott, Austin Siebert, nearly side by side, exiting 4. Scott will shut the door that time. Down to 1 and 2. Scott and Henrietta Ford, number 4. Siebert, the Kinney's tile, 16. Austin Siebert gives a look that time to the inside. Nothing shaking there for the 16. Great to see Austin Siebert out in the dirt late model here this year. He'd raced primarily in the modified division. Phillips now approaching lap traffic. Cheap Peel roll around the 194. Speed's blazing fast tonight here in this main event. Track clean all over. Payne now gives a look to the inside. Jason Crone there in 3rd as well. They'll all try to dispatch to the 194. 7K will give a look to the inside. He'll navigate the pass as well. Siebert and Shannon Scott, good racing back in the pack a little ways. Phillips will now have to get around the 29 of Bill Coons. TP will probably have to change his line that time as Coons pinned right to the bottom. Phillips will now push off 4. He'll get around the 29. So a lap car between Payne and Phillips as they still continue to run 1-2. Crone 3rd, Simpson 4th, Gustin 5th. Pole sitter looking to go flag to flag here this evening. Deep pull into the rear bumper of your pole sitter, Tony Jackson Jr. Jackson had trouble earlier on in the evening. Here will be Phillips' first real test of the race. He's got him 5 wide in front of him, ready to go a lap down, running 2 and 3 lanes. We'll see if Payne's able to close the gap. If he's able to do so, it'll need to be right now. Phillips gets rid of 1 of 5. He's got him 2 wide right in front of him. Eckrich in the 58, Jackson in the 56. JP will need to quickly get around the 194. Still do so that time exiting turn 4. TP been held up in lap traffic. Eckrich that time. It will be the 58 of Eckrich for Phillips, and then the 86 of Beard. Crone, Simpson, Augustin still third, fourth, and fifth, but all eyes up front. They're too wide in front of the leader coming off four. Phillips in no man's land. Here comes Payne to the bottom. TP will roll his son-in-law, Kyle Beard, to the outside. He'll duck right back to the bottom. So lap car now, a little bit of room to breathe for the 75. Phillips able to stretch it out somewhat that time. Down the back chute into 3 and 4. Payne there. JP lets Kyle Beard know he's there. Payne trying to get a run to the outside. Just nothing available for him to latch onto. Travis Dickus slow in turn 4. Dickus will pull off the track, will stay green. Payne not able to do anything with the 86 of Kyle Beard. When will JP's patience run out? Phillips is stretching his lead back out to a straightaway where it was once less than a car length, just a few laps to go, with just a few laps to go. Payne, the 86 of Beard directly in front of him. Here comes Jason Crone. Crone now closing in on the runner-up spot. He'll bring Simpson and Gustin along as well. Kyle Beard committed to the hub. TP's running away with it. Payne now to the outside. He'll get around Beard that time at 3 and 4. Here comes Chad Simpson. Simpson in the 25. Looks to the inside of Crone in the 7K. So the race for third is on. Down the back chute to 3 and 4. Simpson running for a championship. Gustin and Crone are not with the series. Crone, Simpson, and Gustin. Simpson will leave the door open. White flag coming out for the 75 of Phillips. Down in at turn 1 and 2. Phillips has this one all but locked up. TP down the back stretch for the final time. Down into 3 and off turn number 4. Terry Phillips nails down another one tonight here at Thunderhill Speedway. Jeremy Payne finishes up second and third to the 7K of Jason Crone. We'll go speak with your top finishers down in Receiver Victory Lane momentarily. Victory Lane. Terry Phillips, your winner. Give him a round of applause. Terry, we'll bring you right up here and get a quick word with you. You started on the outside pole, jumped the lead early. How important was the initial restart to put you out front so you wouldn't have to fight for positions here tonight?
Real important. So I drove it off in there. I couldn't tell him side. I'm not trying to leave him enough room there. So anyway, once I couldn't hear nothing, I moved where I needed to go. So car was good tonight. I didn't have much of a tire left there at the end, so just kind of rode. But all in all, good race tonight.
You had lap cars. You had 5 of them in front of you at one point right there late. Jeremy Payne was able to close the gap on you. I'm sure you didn't have much patience left, but you were able to keep your composure to get around them and open it up back over straightaway between you and him.
Well, I didn't know. I was just trying to pass him without using the tires. That was the main deal, trying to be patient. So it wasn't too bad. This track's pretty wide, and eventually they kind of got out of the way. So it all worked out for us tonight.
Could you feel the speed picking up throughout the course of that main event?
Yeah, I mean, second lap in, it was starting to rubber. So as the race went on, it moved down, which I knew it would. So just started kind of moving down. as the race went on. I could kind of go out of it and cut, but there wasn't no use trying all that and spinning out or doing something silly, so just kind of rolled around on the bottom, try to save my tires.
You keep running this good, we might add several wins to your career win total. You're now at 108. Terry Phillips, give him a round of applause, race fans. We'll make our way back here to runner-up, Jeremy Payne. Jeremy Payne, you had a good run here this evening. You caught Terry Phillips late. Tell me about first, though, the initial restart there and your power move to get you up into second.
Well, I was pretty good on the bottom early, and I figured Tony would pick the bottom. He started to, but then he went back to the top, so I just got a real good restart there to get into second, and I hope to get up there and race a little bit, but lap cars kind of got in the way.
Well, and lap cars kind of helped you there late. Terry had him 5 in front of him there at one point. You were able to close the gap on him. Did you think you might have a shot there just for a minute there before the checkers?
Well, yeah, I got to him there, and I was going to make a run for it anyways, and lap cars kind of had us balled up there, but good job to him. We'll take this second place finish. We've been struggling a little bit. BB's about water smooth. He'll probably sleep all next week, but just GRT, race cars, everybody that helps us, got to thank them.
Jeremy Payne had a good run tonight. He's running for the championship. We'll go find Jason Crone, tonight's third place finisher. Jason, he kind of benefited from a few of those restarts. He started somewhat up towards the front, but he had to really put it on kill to get around some of those cars, and you had to do them early in the runs.
You know, we did a couple of early restarts. We were able to get the bottom, but then the last restart we were actually on the top, and you know, we had a good car tonight. Started 6th, run 3rd. There's some pretty good competition, you know, fighting up front in this deal. Too bad it rubbered. Cal, I thought early maybe we'd get away and be able to burn 2 lanes in, but then after that it's just, you know, kind of taking care of your right rear, making sure you can finish the race, or you just kind of ride at that point.
You know, nobody's asked you yet, just your third race in with these new race cars, but just kind of give us a rundown of your overall impressions of the new program to date. You've raced a while, you haven't run a whole lot of late model races, but something you're doing more and more of.
You know, we find ourselves with this car just over adjusting, and we just learn to keep our hands off it and just race it. We'll be all right. So we kind of went back to what we've had the first, our long experience, first 2 nights, you know, 2 nights of notes, and it's just building a notebook, getting seat time. I don't have a ton of races. It's learning, but we're very pleased. We're running in the top 5s. We'll take that and build from there.
You're a long ways away from home. I know everybody with the series appreciates your effort to race with us here in Kansas this weekend. Thank you.
Thank you.
Jason Crone, tonight's third place finisher. So that'll wrap it up down here from the front straightaway. Thank you all so much for coming out to watch Lucas Oil MLRA tonight here from the Thunderhill Speedway.